Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Gerel Matta. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial using a whole lot of products that I have not used, including some brushes. I actually wanted to use the Wet n Wild. This is the box for the Wet n Wild brushes, and these are the brushes right here. So I'm going to be using all these brushes to do my entire face and eyes, and so then I can give you an idea whether they are worth it or not. So before we start, I actually wanted to show you one of the brushes, and this one is the Wet n Wild brush. As you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's a duochrome, so it looks silver, but when the light hits it in a certain areas, it looks like a purplish, lilac, pinkish color. So yes, they are very pretty. They are not heavy. The handle itself is very hollow. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it. They are taper very nice as far as I can see. I haven't experienced any of them when I was taking them out for them to be shedding or anything like that. I know that I should be cleaning my brushes before I use them, but I don't have time to do that, so we're just gonna go ahead and ignore that part. I also wanted to show you the Real Technique brush. So they are very similar in packaging. The Real Technique ones is more like taper or pinched in. This is the powder brush. This one is the Real Techniques 100 brush, and this one doesn't have any numbers. It doesn't say, and the Wet n Wild doesn't say the name of the brush or anything like that, but just so you know. But yeah, you can see the difference right here. This one is more fluffy, and this one is more taper. But they do have the same kind of packaging, even the ends of it. They end at a point. However, the Real Techniques is very heavy. You can feel the weight on this one, so just so you know. But yes, so if you are interested in seeing how these brushes perform, please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to prime my eyes, and I'm going to be using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm going to be using this brush right here. It has a flat top. I don't know if you can see it. So all these brushes are synthetic brushes. That means that it works really good with cream products as well as dry products, but mostly cream products. So this set has 10 brushes. 4 of them are for your eyes and 6 of them are for your face. So for the eyes, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to set my primer with this shade right here in the middle, which is called Unity. Okay, so I'm going to be using this brush right here to set my primer into place. And I just wanted to show you a little 3 brushes right here. This one is from Sigma, the E40, and this one is from Morphe, and this one is the 518. And they look alike like each other, especially the Morphe one. They look very much alike. The only difference is the hairs. The hair on the Wet n Wild, like I said, is synthetic, and this one is real hair brushes. Okay, I'm going to go into Eden, and I'm going to, with the same brush, I'm going to place that on my crease. So you can clean a little bit of the blending brush. I'm going to be using Saturn, and I'm just going to build on my crease, not going so high up now, staying a little bit low. Okay, and now I'm going to go into Parallel, this one right here, brown. I'm going to grab it in a smaller blending brush. So this is the one that we were using, and this is the one, it's a little bit smaller. And this one is going to be even lower than the one that we previously used, and just staying in the outer corner, just deepening in the outer corner. Going in with the other brush and just blending the edges. Okay, with my finger, I'm going to go into this blue right here, and I'm going to pack all of that all over my lid. So I usually don't like to go with my fingers because I feel like I am not getting to all the edges. So I usually use a flat brush. However, this set does not come up with a flat brush, so I'm going to get another brush. So I'm taking this white brush right here from Wet n Wild, and this one is in their permanent collection. This one is a flat brush. I use a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm going to apply it to my lid. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this black right here, which is called Obsidian, and I'm going to use the little brush that comes in the set and focus that in the outer corner. And because this brush is round, it doesn't let me go into my crease, because if I was to put it right on my crease, it's gonna go on the upper part right here, and I don't want that. I actually want it to stay in one place. So you need to just make sure that you play with your position and see exactly where you want to place it, and just if you need to tilt your head. So I'm going to go into second blending brush, the smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go into parallel again, and I'm just going to blend. And take your time, especially when you're doing something like this. And I wanted to do a dramatic look because I wanted to see how well they perform. So far, I'm not really in love with the eye brushes. I think that they're good to blend, but like detail work, you definitely need something more pointy, like a pencil brush. This is too rounded for me, so, and I definitely need a flat brush for my looks. So I'm going in with the bigger blending brush, and I'm just going to blend everything together. Okay, so I'm going to grab this shade right here on the other side, on the clean side, and I'm just going to focus that right in the middle, just to brighten it up a little bit more. I'm going to clean up, do my wing liner, lashes, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to prime my face, and I'm using the No Pore Blem Primer, and I will link all the products that I use, including my moisturizer. Okay, so for foundation, it is definitely a Wet n Wild kind of day. I'm going to be using the Photo Focus Foundation by Wet n Wild, of course, and this one is the 37-2C in Desert Beige. And I'm going to be using this brush right here that has a little dip, like where I guess where you can put the foundation, but I didn't do that. So I'm just going to buff it in. Shape tape, I know, I use it a lot. It's my favorite. And I'm going to blend it in with this brush right here. I feel like this brush is too fluffy for this, but no other brush will actually work. And it's too big to get into the corners of my eyes. So going in with the Beauty Blender, I'm just going to blend that concealer into my face. I'm going to set my concealer with my Laura Mercier, and I'm going to place that with my Beauty Blender everywhere I put concealer. Okay, so using a paper towel, I'm going to grab the little tiny brush that comes in the set. I'm just gonna clean it off as much as I can. Go in with the first shade right here that we use, and I'm going to work that all over my lower lashes. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the second shade, which is Saturn. I'm going in halfway with the same brush, a little closer to the lash line. Okay, cleaning it one more time, and we're going to go into Parallel, and I'm just going to take it on a corner of the brush so we can really work it right there in the outer corner. Okay, going in with the flat brush right here, just on the very tip of the brush, and I'm just going to work that in right there where we didn't put any shadows. So again, we're going to take the little tiny brush that comes in the set, and we're going to clean it as much as we can. Usually if I am doing like makeup on people, on other people, and I have more than one and I actually need a specific brush, I use this little spray right here, which is the Cinema Secret. I'm going to go into Lucid right here, which is this shade, and I'm just going to highlight my inner corners. Okay, so I'm going to be using this big brush right here, which is a powder brush, to set the rest of my face with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and Medium Tan. Okay, and with Give Me Sun, I'm going to use the same brush to bronze my face. Okay, so to contour, I'm going to go into this shade right here with this brush. I'm going to come back to the powder brush and just blend. For blush, I'm going into this Bobbi Brown, and this one is in the color Santa Barbara with this nice rounded brush. For highlighter, I'm going to go into the new Anastasia Sugar palette, and I am going to use this shade right here, which is called Butterscotch, and I'm going to use this fluffy brush. Ooh, I like this brush for highlighter for sure. The blush brush was also a good one. The powder brush is good just for powder, but not really to blend. I don't think it was like hard enough to blend out my contour. So I'm cleaning off the blush brush a little bit, and I'm just going to melt everything together because I think it's dense enough, but at the same time it's soft enough to go into those areas. So using Curvy to line my lips. Okay, and I am using No Shade with Dose of Color for Katie and Desi. Going back to Curvy liner. Yeah, that is it for my tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed the look. Now going back with the brushes, as you can see, I use all the brushes. They are all dirty. And of course, I had to use an additional brush that was not from the set. It needed to be a flat brush. And this is also from Wet n Wild. They did what they needed to do. They performed very, very, very well. Do I prefer other brushes to this ones? Yes, some of them. You know, I'm very particular with my blending brushes and my detail brushes. So the eye brushes, I think the two blending brushes, they did a really, really good job on blending, but in this one as well. But I just need more detail because I like to be specific with my placement on the eyeshadows, and I need something that is a little bit smaller. I do have hooded eyes, so I need something that goes right into my crease. So, you know, just so you know, the face brushes did a really, really good job on blending my blush, my contour, and everything. The only one that I just feel like it needed a little to be a little bit more dense was this one, especially if I'm blending my contour, because this will chisel your cheeks right here. You can place it, but it doesn't do a good job blending. I mean, you can just blend it up, but I want to diffuse it as much as I can. That's why I went to this one, but I just feel like it wasn't dense enough for me. It's very fluffy. So yeah, it really depends on you, on how you like to use your brushes, what you know, what works for you. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they did a really, really good job. The foundation brush, this one right here, it blended out my foundation. It didn't leave any streak marks or anything like that, so I really like that. So yeah, that is it. I hope that you enjoy this little review on the brushes as well as the makeup tutorial. If you have any requests, any questions, you can leave them all down below. You can also follow me in all of my social medias, which is Makeup by Gerel. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.